2, 1.
It's Business on the Brew, and we are here with Gary Schoeniger. I love this. Thanks for coming on, because you wrote basically one of the best entrepreneurial books, and you were in Albuquerque talking about a lot of the entrepreneurial training that you're doing with the city of Albuquerque, C&M, and others. Yep. How'd you come to write the book, first of all, and what's it called?
So it's called Who Owns the Ice House? 8 Life Lessons from an Unlikely Entrepreneur. I've always been fascinated with unlikely entrepreneurs. How do people that have no particular advantage in life manage to thrive where others don't? And what it comes down to is the difference in the way they think.
And what did you find out? What is that thought process? Where is the challenge?
So the challenge, first let me talk about the challenge first. The challenge is that what entrepreneurs, much of what they know, they learn through experience, and they don't know they know it. But the essential message is very simple. It's the idea that one can empower oneself by figuring out how to solve problems for other people. Figuring out how to identify and solve problems doesn't require a computer science degree at Stanford, access to venture capital, some new crazy idea.
It just takes that eye to say there's an issue.
What's going on? It's like, you know, like I like to say, like autopilot off, radar on.
And be self-aware.
Right, let's start looking around, like what's going on. Like, you know, we're so conditioned to look for a job. I mentioned earlier, you know, the MBA working at Starbucks, right? That's a mild form of learned helplessness in my view, right? People are so used to, they've been trained to think somebody else needs to tell me what to do and I'll do it. And the entrepreneurial mindset is like beyond that. It's like, even though I have a job, I'm looking around me, what's going on here? What can I improve? What's not working? How can we make this better?
And by changing your mindset, this is something you can use in your daily job as something saying, hey, I got something I can fix that don't have to start a business around it. I can just fix a problem in the office and take that mindset.
That's really it. So we're sort of disconnected. You know, it's broadening it beyond just enterprise creation. Not everybody wants to start a business, but anyone can be entrepreneurial
in their business,
in whatever
in their home life, wherever it is.
Right? And so this leads me to an interesting point. You know, we so often see the Silicon Valley stories, Uber, multi-billion-dollar valuation, somebody comes up with a great idea and it takes off. But when we look beneath the surface, that's not really representative. That most businesses take years, decades before they start to really go. And that's the story that needs to be told. And most businesses are started by inexperienced entrepreneurs that don't have access to capital, they don't have intellectual property, they're not doing anything novel, right?
They're just out there doing it.
What we seem to have forgotten is that even large established companies like Walmart, Waste Management, Hewlett-Packard, Microsoft are started by inexperienced entrepreneurs. Don't have money, they don't have the idea is not even obvious at the beginning.
It was just a small little store that became the giant Walmart.
Exactly, right? Sam Walton opens his first discount variety store in 1946. Nobody cares. Right? A few $1,000s he cobbles together from friends, fools, and family.
Now it's the biggest company in the world.
23 years later, he opens his first distribution center. People are starting to pay attention. 23 years later, right?
Well, we can hear more about this tomorrow. You're going to be talking at 1 Million Cups. And we'll go from there. Thanks for being on the show, Gary. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
It's Business on the Brew.